Hello, amazing people of the tube. So, you guys get to see a rare day in LA, man. It's rarely ever this misty in LA, and today it happens to be hella misty. But the reason why I'm making this video is when it's misty out like this, I see way more shadow people. And I'm talking about like I'll see a few on every street or every other street. You know, like it's a lot. And I've covered this topic before that this is actually how I got onto YouTube. I essentially started with a video and it was posted for a really long time. I ended up taking it down because it was just so old, but it was me sharing my shadow people experiences and hoping that other people that also see shadow people, you know, can connect with me and we can gather some information, because like I know my experiences, but I don't know other people's experiences. And then when it comes to like researching shadow people, 90 to 95% of it is all bullshit. It's all secondhand. It's all like, because I see them consistently, like I can tell like they're making parts of it up, or it's someone else's story and they're pretending it's theirs, or they're pretending they know. Like I've been seeing them for about 20 years now, and I don't know a lot about them, but what I do know about them is they are watchers, and what they do is they just go from place to place, person to person, and they watch all of us. That's you, me, everybody. They're watchers. They're able to read our mind, what we're thinking, like what we've been thinking, right? Like they know what's going on. And a lot of people know shadow people from waking up to sleep paralysis, right? Where a person wakes up with sleep paralysis, they're awake, you can't move, and a shadow person is a shadow being is choking you out. And then as soon as you gain control of your muscles, they're gone, poof, you know. They don't. So the way they look is they look like three-dimensional shadow figures. Like you see that person walking, that's exactly what they look like. Like yeah, that's like identical. It's identical, except they move a little different. They move. It's like when they take one step, even though they're moving slowly, like they're taking slow steps, they're moving long distance. So they're taking like 3 steps, 3 slow steps, but they'll cross the street with that. Like they're gliding as they walk. It's weird. So yeah, that's how I got onto YouTube, and because of the mist, I just kept seeing them, and I was like, hey man, I haven't made a video about shadow people in a long time, so why not? Yeah, because as soon as I got out the house, I was like, holy shit, man, and like they're fucking everywhere today. And I was like, right, the mist, I forgot, because we never get mist in LA, man. I don't know why it's so misty now. It's starting to tone down a little bit, but shadow people is a weird thing, man. Like, especially, so like I'm a very, very confident individual. I'm very sure of myself. I'm very capable. All these things. So what that means is that I don't have a problem telling people exactly what's on my mind. I don't have a problem telling people what I think, what I'm going through, what I see, what my experiences are, because I've had a very difficult life. I've seen so much. So I'm one of those people that shares that knowledge with people, you know, because it's like no one, I didn't really have like those older people that, like, people come like big homies and shit to school me on all this, everything, you know. Like, no, all my friends were my age. I had friends that were older, but we were all doing the exact same things, right? So like I was always one of the younger kids in my group. So, like, I might have been 16 and there might have been like a 23-year-old, 21-year-old, a 25-year-old. But I was doing what they were doing, right? Because I started at an early age. Like, we grew up fast. So, it wasn't as if they were teaching me all this new stuff. No, we experienced all of it together, and we were learning as we went along. So I don't mind telling people my experience. I don't mind telling people I see shadow people, right? And especially when it comes to like close people, like your friends, family. When you talk about like these tinfoil things, like I see shadow people, people look at you weird, right? But your friends that really know you based on your individual characteristics, right? They judge it based on that. So like in my for me, I've never been a friend that lies. I'm not a person that exaggerates things or underplays or undermines things. I can joke around, I can make jokes, but you know exactly when I'm being funny, you know? And I don't make light of through things through lies and stuff like. So it's not part of my, like, I have certain principles. Lying is against my principles, because like as a man, you don't lie. It is what it is. Like, I have no reason to lie. I have no fear of nobody or anything, so might as well just always tell the fucking truth. Who gives a fuck? People like it, or they don't. If they don't, they could go fuck themselves, you know, or they could go sleep on it, and then whatever the fuck. But it's still a trippy thing to tell your friends you see shadow people, right? Like, and as we've matured, like, we went through adolescence and we matured. We all matured, right? Most of my friends are married, they have kids, and they're like, man, the homie, he's been saying this for like 20 years, you know? And obviously at first there's this thing of like, is he fucking around, you know, like that type of thing. And then like, nah, he's serious. And then they look at you like, dude, are you going crazy, man? Like, you all right? Like, not local, like you're going crazy? Or is this like signs of schizophrenia? Is this the beginning of... But as time passes by and they're like, nah, you know, the homie's solid in his head for the most part, right? Because we're all a little fucking local in LA, right? Like, we're not 100%, but that doesn't mean we're to the point where we should be seeing things that don't exist, right? And to me, shadow people absolutely exist. So it's a trip where, like, my friends that were skeptical at first and the ones that were concerned, like, man, is there something else going on? They've slowly, like, all right, man, like, this is just part of this homie. Like, he's able to see it. And then I think I had a conversation with one of my friends recently, and he was just asking me like inquisitive and informative questions, like why do you think some people can see him and other people can't, and what are they here for, you know? And it's that type of thing. And yeah, so I just wanted to make this video, share that with you guys. If you guys see shadow people, hit it down in the comment section. No, they are not ghosts. No, they are not souls. They are not any of these things. They're like just shadow people. They're either some form of life. They're obviously some form of life, but they're like some type of an entity. They come in variety, just like people do. Just like I'm different than you, each shadow person is different than the other. And yeah, they're not ghosts or any of this. So when it comes to the sleep paralysis thing, at first I thought they were just being nefarious, and it was this evil shit because you get this evil vibe. But I've been seeing it and experienced it so many times that I don't get that. I really don't get that at all. And now I've come to realize, not right now, but like a long time ago, I came to realize that like, I think they get bored. I think there's a different purpose for them doing that. Like, I think they're just bored and fucking around. Maybe it's hilarious to them to choke people while they're sleeping. You know, maybe they're not able to do too many things, but that's one of the things they're able to do. So they do it, and they fuck with you a little bit, and then they I'm sure fucking laugh because they can speak. I've had shadow people speak perfect English, and when they speak, they're fucking highly intelligent, extremely calculating. Yeah, it's not like talking to a regular person. They're very, very intelligent and very, they can be manipulative and calculating in ways that, like, when you look back on it in 2020 hindsight, you're like, oh shit, there was layers to that, you know? And that comes from them just being able to read your mind, and you're not just your mind at that moment, but like the entirety of it, you know? And it's a trippy thing, man. It's a trippy thing. But it's also a messed up thing that, you know, when you tell people like friends and family, there is no benefit from this, right? And like my friends, they know, they realize it. Like, there is no benefit from me saying I see shadow people. You know what I'm saying? Like, your own parents will look at you weird. Your own wife will look at you weird. Like, that you're not gaining, you're losing. 99% of the time, you're looking unfavorably. You get what I'm saying? It's like telling people you see ghosts. And not just you see ghosts, but you see them regularly. And they speak to you once in a while. And this and that. And it's like, alright, bro, is this motherfucker crazy? Is he nuts? Has he lost screws? Does he know how like what he sounds like? But yeah, motherfucker, of course I know what I sound like. I'm the one speaking. You know? And so there's no winning when it comes to this, man. Even sharing it. This is one of the reasons I also keep myself off, my face, my name off of the tube, because I'm always speaking the honest truth, the harsh truth. If YouTube wasn't so fucking sensitive, I'd talk a whole lot more mess. And not just mess, but I'll talk about way more things in way more in-depth ways. But YouTube will definitely kick me off if I am too honest about certain things. Because you can have multiple opinions about the same thing. This is something that most people don't, I don't know why they can't grasp this concept that it could be any topic, but you can have multiple opinions, even opinions that are contradictory to each other. You get what I'm saying? You can have multiple opinions. It doesn't have to be like, just because you feel like this or think like this about this one thing, like that's it. Like, no, I also think this, and I also think there's this possibility, and there might be that possibility and that possibility. You know, it's not like it's written in stone, right? Like 99% of the things in the world are perspective, and it's perspective and how you choose to see and view from different sides. So if you're a person that can look at something from various sides and ask various questions, then you can have multiple opinions about the same topic, and extremely contradictory opinions about the same topic. So I don't know, man. For that reason, like, I like to keep my fucking face off of this shit. I like my privacy, but I like sharing because it also helps me with my panic attacks. You know, when I go into a panic attack, fuck it, I make a video, post it, you know, but that making that video, that's what a shadow person looks like, right? Well, now it doesn't, but did you see how it's just like this dark figure? Except when they walk, it's like they fucking glide. But yeah, I like my privacy. I like my anonymity. But anyways, this is getting too long. You guys have any questions, hit it at the bottom in the comment section, even though I know you won't. But if you do, cool. If you see shadow people, talk to me about it. I'd love to hear your story. And honestly, I've talked to a few people that have seen shadow people. Most of them are really actually sick. Most of those people, sadly, they do have mental disorders like schizophrenia, and there's a variety of things that can cause you to see things like shadow people. But there's that handful that no, they're normal people. They just see shadow people, and you won't know that until you have an in-depth conversation with the person and you get this and you figure them out in depth, right? Like it's like, you know, when you meet somebody, within a minute you can tell how intelligent they are or how dumb they are, or you can gauge their personality if, you know, they're off a little. If, hold on, man, I think this guy, you know, he's mentally ill or something's not right. You know, you gauge people really fast. At least I do. Most people do, right? So when you gauge people and you hear their story and what they're saying, and then you're like, hold on, man. Like, I'm hearing your story, but you're sounding like you need some medication, my dude. But hit it at the comment section, man. I know you guys won't. I understand. I don't give a fuck either. Solo, YOLO, BOLO. You guys have a nice fuck.